Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Adventures in Truth livecast. How are you all today? Great to be here and great to have you here with us, getting ready for another adventure. Today's adventure is a new perspective on imagination. This is going to be a very interesting and powerful conversation, uh, and I'm looking forward to having that in just a moment here. Want to welcome you to the show. My name is Jim Case, and I am the host of Adventures in Truth. And every show, we want to dive into the concepts, the beliefs, the things that we sort of take for granted as what we call truth in our lives. And we like to take those things apart and really look at them from an energetic perspective and kind of present a new perspective, a way of approaching these things that forwards your progress, that forwards your experience in your own transformation. So, going to be a great show today. Glad you all are here to participate with me in it. And I'm going to take a moment here and just talk about my book for a second because we're getting really close and I want you guys to get to experience this as it is a really powerful tool. So coming here real soon, actually coming in the fall, should be about 2 months away, my book, Fear is a Choice, Unraveling the Illusion of Our Separation from Love. This book is a deep dive into the experience and evolution of fear in the human experience. And we go very deeply into the underpinnings of how fear is utilized and what fear has accomplished, but more importantly, how you free yourself from it, how you shift your way to a fearless position or a place of opportunity is where I prefer to go with it, so that you're not locked into making choices based on fear. So this is a powerful book. It's you're going to love it. It's really going to provide a powerful foundation for your own transformation. So please take some time, head over to the website. We're not open for pre-sales just yet, but I want to make sure you know we're there and we're going to be very soon. So look for that. We'll keep you posted. Thanks, guys. All right. And today we are getting ready to here again to dive into a new perspective on imagination. And so where did this evolve from? So as I see this, as we're in this period of such tremendous change and such tremendous growth, as we peel back the layers of all the things that we want to understand more deeply, I think imagination is a powerful tool, and it's something that has come up for me a lot recently in really understanding how I can create, how I create, and what I create. So to me, and for me, imagination is a gateway. And a lot of this may not be new, but I'm going to put a different perspective to it because I'm seeing the tool of imagination as really critical and really important to going forward in our life experience and the experience of being human on this planet. And why I say that is because where we will find solutions is in imagination, because so many things are apparently wrong. So many things are apparently not working in our culture, in our country, in our world, for various reasons and varying degrees. But for the human species as a whole, we're challenged right now. And those challenges can be viewed in many different ways. But from my perspective, building that relationship with imagination is key. Coming to a new perspective of imagination is key. I have, as I was preparing for the show and thinking about and contemplating and meditating on this concept and this idea, it really occurred to me that we don't give a lot of credence to imagination as an integral or even really integral, important part of our life experience. As kids, we're encouraged to have imagination to a degree, and then somewhere along the way, we're encouraged to not have imagination or to hide our imagination or limit our imagination to those things of fancy as opposed to those things we want to create. So how I'm seeing imagination, again, is this portal. It is our connection. It is our human connection to the non-physical. It is a direct link. It is not a kind of link. It is not a maybe thing. It is not a, oh, maybe, maybe not. It is absolutely our doorway to the connection to all possibility. And so this becomes an important part of understanding this tool. Here we have this amazing, powerful, incredible ability that we don't even look at as an ability. We look at it as a thing that shows up that more often than not causes us trouble, or more often than not gets us in trouble because supposedly we're not paying attention to reality, or we're not paying attention to what the physical reality of this world is demonstrating. And what I believe about this is that imagination truly is the gateway to create change. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look in history for that to be true, because everything that has come through our culture, our country, our world, our humanity that has impacted all of us came from that space of imagination. So it's kind of interesting to me that as you look at our world, we tend to want to dumb down the idea of imagination and not fully embrace it, or not fully utilize it to its greatest potential. So to that end here, well, let me look at my notes so I stay on track. Let's take a moment here before we dive in too deep. And I want to take a moment to focus, like we do at the beginning of every show. Taking the time to bring ourselves present in this moment, in this conversation, in this experience, so that you can fully embrace it, so that you have the opportunity to feel it and to find out how it resonates with you, and to determine if it does resonate, then something that you can jump on that horse and you can ride for a while. So taking that moment, let's take a moment here wherever you are. Hopefully you're sitting or laying down or present someplace. If you're not driving, please close your eyes and just get present with your body in this moment. And just feel and be with your breath. Just feel it. Don't do anything to it. Don't try to change it. Just be with it and be aware of it right now. What's the quality of your breath as you sit quietly? Do you breathe deeply? Do you breathe shallowly? Do you find that your chest expands 360 degrees when you breathe, or does it just feel like your chest lifts and falls? And as you're being with your breath, shift and expand your awareness to all of your body. What is your body feeling? What are you feeling in your body? Just be aware. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to fix anything. You're just in awareness of this moment of being in your body with your breath. And now we're going to move into some managed breathing. We're going to learn and begin to use more and more of this breath to expand our experience, to clean our energy, to open up to new possibility. And so we're going to inhale to a count of 4. At the top of that inhale, you're going to hold gently, and you're going to relax in that hold. Let your body completely relax, and then you'll release out of the mouth, breathing all of that air out. And you're going to exhale to a count of 6. So we're inhaling to 4. At the top, we're holding for maybe 1 or 2. Then we're exhaling for 6. And then we're going to do the same at the bottom. At the bottom, you're going to relax your body completely empty. And then you'll re-engage and lift and fill to 4. Okay? So walk with me through this as we begin, keeping your eyes closed, keeping that focus that you just created. As we inhale in through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Relax at the top. And then release from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And at the bottom, we release and relax. Feel the body relax. And then inhale fully and completely. 2, 3 through the nose. 4. At the top, we rest the shoulders, relax, and release from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax in that exhaled empty state. And now engage and inhale, fully breathing. 3, 4 full as you relax the body at the top, releasing from the mouth for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as you relax at the bottom. One more time together, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel that full expansion and hold and relax. And now release from the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue that rhythm on your own for 3 more breaths, remembering to relax at the top and to relax at the bottom. As you reach the top, you hold and relax. Continuing that process gently, staying focused internally. And staying with your breath, staying internal. I want you to hear these words and just take them in, feel them. I am the evolution of God realized as matter. I inform and guide that expression as the pure expression of God. I show up as God. I connect as God. I align as God. I am creation realized. And from that, I create, expand, and engage. I am. And just feel that through your energy system. Feel the power of the change in your breath, all of that beautiful energy. Breath is life. Breath is energy. Breath is what fuels everything that we are. So learning to manage the breath is so powerful. Bringing yourself back into the present moment, fully engaged and ready to have this conversation. And here we go. So as we were talking about at the beginning of the show, so much to talk about with regard to imagination, so much to engage with. But I want to start with a basic idea here with imagination, and that is I want to differentiate that imagination is not mind, and mind is not imagination. And you go, okay, why does that matter? What does that have to do with anything? Well, here's what it has to do with. Imagination, if it is indeed, as I believe, this portal, this connection to the non-physical, it is this place that we go in pure energy that has all potential. There is nothing off limits in this space of imagination. But imagination in and of itself, that portal, is actually only present when we are. That portal is only available when we are in the present moment. And I hear you, because I thought about this, and you go, yeah, but I can be in meditation and my mind can go off and my imagination goes crazy. Or, I've been thinking about this situation and I have all these ideas and thoughts about it. Exactly, ideas and thoughts. If you are in the past or if you are in the future, then imagination, that portal, is not available. What is available is mind. And remember, in the context of consciousness, if we consider that we are only somewhere about maybe 10% of our available consciousness we are aware of. So 90% of all of who we are is not something that we can readily experience. I mean, we can readily experience it, but I mean, it's not conscious. So the idea of becoming conscious is to bring those things below the conscious threshold, above the conscious threshold. Well, that only happens in the present moment. If you attempt to activate the idea of imagination into the past, what's happening actually is that you're actually going into the warehouse of your unconscious or subconscious, and your mind is pulling up images and processes and dreams and all kinds of information about that topic that you are interested in, and providing you this movie. And we all see it. We all see these movies. The same happens in in the other side of the process. If we're focused on the future, the mind is going to go after all the images and thoughts and experiences or things that we've had that relate to that idea and provide you a movie that will satisfy you or not satisfy you or will create whatever it does. But I think true imagination, again, those are mind games. Those are what takes place in being out of now. And it can look good and it can maybe even feel good, but its source, the source is coming from your own stuff in the warehouse of your consciousness. So it isn't connected material. It isn't stuff that has you coming from an aligned place. That's why being present is so powerful, because when we are present now, we connect directly to our higher self. We connect to that larger part of ourselves. We become the creator because we are utilizing all of the energies of the present in order for that to happen. So imagination is not mind, and mind is not imagination. So what we recognize is that, okay, I need to be present. So I do the things I can do, like we just did, using the breath, bringing in fresh energy, bringing in new energy, releasing old stale energy, getting our system present right here, right now, getting our full awareness into this moment. And then what is the desire that has stimulated this desire for imagination? What is this desire that is stimulating my imagination? The imagination is, I have a desire. This desire is not quite defined. It ultimately, usually a desire is a place of experience or feeling. Desire doesn't typically relate to things like cars and houses and those things. That's how we extrapolate our desire. That's how we take our desire and turn it into things that we think will create that energy for us on the planet. And really, desire is just like that prayer I was sharing at the beginning. I am the evolution of God realized as matter. I am the spark of creation, and I am evolving every day and every moment and every second in my life to feel or to experience whatever the desire is that's latent in me or is expressed in me or is active in me. But what I've come to find is that those desires are actually a destination of experience or feeling. Again, I say that. And where we go awry is that we don't take that desire into our imagination space. We don't take it into that non-physical space of all possibility consciously. Okay, consciously. We get there sometimes by accident. We get there where our passion for something or our desire for something can be very strong. And even if we don't know how to direct it or how to focus it, we can still, in the moment of feeling that intense feeling, get present in the moment, connect to the portal of imagination, the energy goes in, and that's all happening. And that to me is what speaks to what they talk about in law of attraction, that as soon as you connect to it, it's happening. As soon as you connect to your desire, it's already beginning to happen. The cooperative components are coming together. They're evolving and moving together to assist you in the process of creation. So in the imagination, so now we're here, we're present, we're focused, we're connecting to that space of all possibility. And now in the present, we are allowing ourselves to see what that desire might look like, to see how that desire might grow and express itself. And so we allow our imagination to fill in the space, to fill in with all of these amazing images, and you kind of wander around, and sometimes they're connected and sometimes they're not. But it's this beautiful place of exploration. It's this beautiful place of the beginnings of creation. So again, one more time here, imagination is not mind, and mind is not imagination. It's a fine line. It's one that for some may be like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't distinguish itself enough. But I can tell you in my own personal experience, as I have moved through my own life process, this idea of harnessing imagination is not new. I went through a whole bunch of looking for some quotes on imagination. And So the first one I came upon that really struck me is imagination is the beginning of creation, says George Bernard Shaw. Um, Again, it's only available in the present moment, but it is the beginning of creation. You feel, you tap into this desire, something in life has stimulated a desire, and in the moment, when you're in the moment, it engages you. It takes you into this new place of creation. Wow, what would that feel like? Wow, that would be amazing. Wouldn't it be great if this is occurring? Wouldn't it be great if I could create? Wouldn't it be wonderful if this could happen? If I could make this, if this could evolve into my experience, if I could have this experience? All of those things in the imagination, and then we go there and we stimulate and we feel and we do all kinds of things in our imagination to help that process. And so that's the powerful beginning of creation for us. We create powerfully, we create clearly, and we utilize our present focus to help stimulate that creative process. And see, the interesting thing about unconscious creation versus conscious creation is that for many of us, like I said earlier, there is a place where a desire is so strong that it sort of lines you up. It's so powerful that in that moment you get present. In that present moment, it pings through the portal and goes in and starts exploring. And that's an amazing thing. The challenge is when we let it go and we don't stay conscious of what we're putting into that process. So what happens next? It's out there, it's happening. So we get all these feelings and we're in the process of our imagination, and something happens when we stay conscious in it. And that is something can look like a shift of energy. And what is that shift of energy? Well, simply energy up or energy down. Is this creation, is this thing that I think I desire or I believe I desire, as I'm exploring it, does it cause my energy to spin up or does it cause my energy to drop? What's happening? And so you're imagining and your energy is going along and you seem to be going well, and all of a sudden you go, oh, I don't know about that. And you get rational. Then you shift from imagination to mind because something showed up in the field of your imagination that stimulated a belief, a concept